Hi, my name is Friday. Welcome to my channel. To my subscribers, thank you as always. And to my non-subscribers, subscribe and join the fun. Why not? It's free. For this first craft, I have these 3 picture frames that I always change out, and I will change out the cardstock with black cardstock. Next, I want to take 24 of these clothespins and break them apart. You want to break them apart like this. They're fairly easy. Whoops. And then glue them back together like this. And when those are dry, then glue them like this. And when it's dry, I will spray paint 1 silver, 1 white, and 1 gold. And while the paint is still wet, I will throw the coordinating glitter on my snowflake. I should clarify how I glued mine. I just glued the ends together, and when this sets up, then I will glue these ones in the corners. And I am using Gorilla Wood glue, so I know it will hold. After your snowflakes are dry, just glue them down in your picture frames and hang them up, and that project will be done. And there are my finished snowflakes. As you can tell, I tried to create a brie effect, but I'm loving it. I'm not sure if you can tell, but these are the little snowflakes, and I just used Mod Podge and the fake snow and a few times to build it up. Oh boy, are we going to have fun with this craft. You want 4 picture frames of the same size. I am using these ones. Take everything out. You will not need this or this, just a glass. And take these little nibs, or I'm not really sure what they're called, but they come out real easy. And whoops, now that I say that right. And paint all your frames black. While you're waiting for your frames to dry, you can decorate your glass. You print something out from your printer, and these glass pins are lovely. I wish the Dollar Tree would bring them back. And you can trace it. Obviously, I think you can tell I'm using my Cricut. Then when that is done, glue your glass into your frame. Next, take 2 pieces and glue them together like this. And I am using super glue, and that's what I use to attach my my glass as well. And just continue all around until you get a square. Next, we need to build a base for our lantern. I cut out a 18 centimeter foam board square and a piece of black cardstock that's a little bit bigger, and I scored it along there. So fold along your score lines. Place your triangle back in there. Make sure it's even with all your score lines, and score it again. Next, cut out the little square where the second score line meets. Dry fit your foam board in your cardstock and trim it down so this is even on both sides, because this will go over this. Do one side, glue these down, trim them so they don't overhang, glue them down, then fold this over just so you have room, and trim any overhang. I will cut this at a diagonal just to make it easier. After this is all dry, glue your lantern on top of it. I will be using hot glue for this one. And then we're going to make a top. For the top, you want your length to be 14.5, and then mark it every 18 centimeters. All my work is in centimeters. And then mark it at 9, and then just draw, connect. So 18, 9, And then so I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces and cut them out. And let me show you a trick. When you're cutting foam board, it is best to score it first, then cut through the foam and the other piece of paper, and you'll get a lot cleaner lines. Before I wrap this around with the black cardstock, I want to make sure I know which one is the top. So I am just going to draw an arrow and a T, and then using the same process as I did with the base of the lantern, I will cover up this. Oops. I want to make sure, because this is a little tad bit over 18, and this I think is, the sides are like 17, so I want to make sure, otherwise it won't go together right. After your triangles are all covered with cardstock, match them all up where the tops are touching, like this. Make sure they're all even on the bottom. And tape them here, here, and here. And then when that's done, then you can fold it and tape it on the inside right there. And that top will be done, and then we're just going to decorate the lantern, and I'll set it up. So this is what my lantern looks like without me jazzing it up. Well, let's see what it looks like after I jazz it up. Now, how cute is that? I just took one of those floral picks and broke it apart and made a cute little bow. And one of those plastic houses, I did use 2 bags of faux snow and some fairy lights. And I took one of the berries and made like a door handle. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. I was thinking of taking a Sharpie and outlining the bottom edge border and the edge on the top, but I love it just like this. Now, how cute is that? As you can see, I just used fairy lights. I did not put a light in the church, but it might look cute. Okay, on to the next project. I really like these little miniatures, but they look too plasticky to me, so I will spray paint them white. And this is what I did with them. I have those color changing lights from Halloween inside, so it's kind of look like the northern lights when I light it up at night. And if you have one of these Santa signs, save it until you see what I do with it next week. Until then, take care.